Hello everybody and welcome back to GameBug TV. This is gamebug.com.au. We've had a very fun little week before us. We've just come off the E3 week and we've had some amazing reveals come from the show. Did you guys catch up with E3? Were you following it?
From afar, from a distance. no one would pay for my airfare to go over there.
Halfway across the world.
Plus there's some travel restrictions I've got to take care of. You know?
I don't think you're allowed in some places.
So we've got a two-part special happening for you today. We're going to go through the show because there's just so much to cover. There was such a great show, so many wonderful games, and we want to make sure we get as much as we can for you. So, we just want to talk about the press conferences that happened from the first-party outlets, which would be Microsoft's Xbox conference, Sony's PlayStation conference, and Nintendo's Wii U/Nintendo 3DS conference.
Wii U, us.
Oh my gosh, there was more Wii U than
from all of us to you.
However.
No, there was more DS than the Wii U stuff.
I think ultimately, there was.
No DS.
But there's always more DS than Wii U stuff, even on the shelves.
What's that BS, Nintendo? No DS.
There's some truth in that rhyme of yours.
It's DS.
The Fourth Player, our podcast here, thefourthplayer.com. They have a great little summary of the PC Gamer Show for you. Essentially, they are going to tell you themselves that they thought it was terrible, but it's worth tuning in to check them out. But is there a quick little summary that you guys have from what you guys saw at the press conferences, the pre-E3 press conferences? We'll start with Migsy.
The pre-E3 ones?
The press conferences, yeah. Or basically the unveiling of what the first-party outlets were telling us and showing us and demonstrating us.
The PE3.
The P3.
The
I
pre-E3.
thought I was half asleep, so I kind of
the XYKQ3E.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm confused.
I was so confused because I'm like, there's a pre-E3. I was just watching E3. I didn't know there's like a pre-E3.
Basically, the E3 system goes like this: you got 2 days of press conferences, followed by a 3-day exhibition show. And we're just basically talking about the pre-show experience, which included when all the reveals and unveilings were happening.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. E2, it's
So
called.
basically what we thought.
E2. Yes.
Yeah, it's E2.
Oh my gosh.
E1 happened months ago.
Oh.
E1? It's just called E. I think it's a channel now. We didn't watch it.
Like you.
I love it. I'm into my E channel. Kardashians, if you're watching, big ups.
A lot of the VR, it was very VR orientated.
Yes, it was indeed.
Which is kind of amazing.
Yeah.
Kind of amazing. But it's kind of like they were completely different. One brought you into the game, whereas the other virtual reality brought the game to you.
Well, that's a good little segue because that's exactly what we're going to talk about. I want to start off briefly about virtual reality because that was the key topic of two of the major consoles that were being talked about at the pre-E3 press conferences. We'll start off by just checking with the Xbox HoloLens.
Ooh.
That's the new virtual reality device.
Yes.
And when they showcased this for the first time, they had a man up on stage with a special camera, and they used the game Minecraft to demonstrate what, well, not just demonstrate, but they were using the special camera to show us what the person wearing these god ugly glasses you could see through his screen. And what they showed was the whole Minecraft world displayed on a table just like this, which hopefully is in shot of camera. And it was lifted, it looked like it was lifted up from the table, and he could just toy with it. He could turn it around, lift it up,
and everything.
pick up the character, do all sorts of stuff with it. And it does make you wonder where this is going to take gaming for the future. Do you think this is something that you guys would use if it took off down here?
I would definitely love having that kind of VR kind of reality to it, especially when it comes to like an army type game. Can you imagine like having your map come up and pinpointing? It's like, okay guys, this is where we're going to meet up, this is where we're going to attack, and this is how we're going to get the guys. Or even just showcasing like enemies and things like that. Just being like, okay, this is going to be our main enemy, this is the boss. I think this point, and it lights up, or on the arm or the head, and be like, this is going to be his weak spot, and everyone attack that. It's
So it's good for strategy, is what you're saying?
I think strategy, that kind of like interface.
There's so many applications for it. Like you could, not just gaming. Like you think about you could walk into a doctor's surgery and they could have that all set up. You put the goggles on, or you put them up, whatever.
Virtual dental.
Virtual. They could have. They could basically have your body there, and they could show you what the surgery is going to be and how it's going to work and what's in it. And they could practice it.
I don't want to see that stuff.
They could practice it. You know what I mean?
So if we get Surgeon Simulator, you're going to be my first.
Yeah. Look, I'd buy that game. But
here's how we remove your virtual tooth. Now here's your real tooth.
Get into Migsy's house. Okay, well let's bring it up. All right, let's go.
How to attack people trying to get in. But it's also going to make other games more submersive, like with the Morpheus one. That's like 4 players that you can have in the same world with you. So to experience like that kind of snap.
You guys are nailing the segues, because I was just about to go to the Project Morpheus right now and talk about that one, which is the other virtual reality headset from Sony PlayStation. This headset looks like something from a Daft Punk concert.
It does. It does.
It's again, when Microsoft came up with the Kinect, Sony was bringing out the PlayStation Move. And again, it seems like from what I've seen, the Project Morpheus is integrating the Move sticks, which are those little ice cream cones. I think you had one, but you ate yours thinking it was an ice cream.
Yeah. So Sony, if you're listening, I need more.
If you still have your PlayStation Move controller, you should dig it out for the Morpheus, because it looks like that it's part of the virtual reality world they're using there. A lot of the demos, I don't know if I saw any hands-free demos with the Morpheus. I could be wrong, but all the demos I saw, people were using the Move stick. So blow the dust off the Move stick and get it ready for the Project Morpheus.
There was one though. They invited people on the shop floor. It was a horror game, and they were actually holding the controller, not one of the Move sticks.
Okay.
It's not one that they showcase. There's no videos about it. It's only like from word of mouth by people who experienced. It's called The Kitchen, and apparently when you start off with, you're holding the controller like this. And it gives you more of a submersive feeling because your hands is actually bound in the game, and you wake up in a cabin. There's a guy next to you, and there's like this lady who's like 100 times scarier than the girl in PT who shows up.
Oh, wow.
That would be amazing to play.
While I was more impressed with the technology that the HoloLens was using, the PlayStation just seemed to have more things readily available to showcase. That include like a music virtual reality thing, which was like I don't know how you with the headset on, you're walking into like a music world with the what they call the little thumping vibes to the left and right of you. I don't know what they're called, musical things.
The bar things that you can
I need help, rescue me. I don't know what I'm talking about. But there was several games. Eve Online, I think that was there. Like you're flying in space, deep space.
Cool.
That was cool.
Wasn't it Rig, the shooting game?
And that was what I was getting to next. Riggs, which was the one. Oh my god, that trailer! Like these people in that trailer, they were mind-blowing excitement with this game. Oh my god!
You know what that reminded me of? That reminded me of the ads in the 90s for video games. They had the kids going, "Oh, crazy! How crazy is this game?"
I've never seen the people so excited in my life.
And it's just River Raid, like relax. Like
I think they went to an acting agency and said, "I want your 4 biggest overactors that you can just apply us with." Ooh, I've still got my doubts though. In virtual reality, I'm not sure. I think it's going to kind of be another gizmo that comes out that'll have a few games on launch, then it'll disappear.
For me, it's the headsets, right? I think it all lives and dies on the headsets.
Yeah.
So, I think, the HoloLens probably has an advantage because I think out of the two, the HoloLens seems to be the less cumbersome.
I mean, like I said before, with PlayStation, it's more submersing you into the game.
Yeah.
So that's why you don't need to move around as much, maybe. With HoloLens, it's more of bringing the game out into reality to you, which is why he looked like he could move around quite easily with the HoloLens on his head.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, okay. Moving on, the other big reveal, which I was personally very excited about, I know some people were, whatever. Me, big time excited. Xbox's backwards compatibility.
Oh
Xbox, you are back in the game, baby. Good move. And you know what? I mentioned this on my Facebook feed. Most of you wouldn't have seen that. But I'm going to take partial credit for getting Xbox backwards compatibility happening because I was there on the massive Xbox One launch showcase they had here in Sydney. They had all their VIPs down here. And they had a little VIP Q&A, which I said, "Do you have backwards compatibility?" And he said no, and I put the biggest sad face on, and I moped, the puppy eyes.
Show them the puppy
Then he
eyes.
started getting nude.
It's a
And he
moment
said,
thing.
the longer this takes, the more clothes come off, so you better hurry up and make it happen.
Like, done!
Don't give away my secrets.
He was down to his jocks, folks. Down to his jocks.
This is what I do for backwards
He's
compatibility.
going to show them his own Xbox.
I need you to go talk to Sony now, please.
Because Sony's gone down this road before.
Well, yeah, that's
the original PS3 had backwards compatibility to the PS2 and PS1.
Yeah.
And I know if you're a PlayStation person, you've got all those consoles still anyway. So
When they brought in the PS3, they intended to have backwards compatibility as they had with the previous gen consoles. But with the first wave of PS3s that came out, only half of the games that they said would be playable were working. The other half had major tech issues. Like it was just a huge mess, and they literally just go, stuff it. Xbox isn't doing this. We'll just back out as well. It's just costing too much money and time. And then all of a sudden, those original consoles that came out became worth a lot straight away because everyone's like, oh my god, quick, let's pick this up before we can't do backwards compatibility. I had one, and it's eventually a bit redundant now because I had a PS2 anyway. I kept that, so I think anyone that wanted to play their PS2 games just kept their PS2 console. But now that they've abandoned it, another generation later, and now the rival has gone, haha! Now we're going to take the backwards compatibility, and now Sony's like, oh.
So discs and downloadable games, I'm like, that's a good move.
And that is exactly what I told that VIP guy. I said to him with my little puppy eyes, I said, so does that mean all the games that we downloaded,
down to his towel,
we'll never be able to play those again? And he was like, yeah, I'll yeah. And he was like really sad, and I think it really worked. So I'm going to take partial credit. I had a real moment.
But to be fair, like even when I had a PS3 that was backwards compatible when it first came out as well. Unfortunately, it was stolen in a burglary. And if you're watching this, I want it back. And to be honest, I hardly ever played any PS2 games on it. Like I honestly didn't. I mean, I think I played NBA Street Volume 2 a couple of times. I mean, once you go over, you kind of stay over.
Yeah, you do a bit, but I just like being able to know that I can still play my games if I want to.
Yes.
You can anyway if you've got the console.
Yeah,
if you have the console, but like you have to have a damn man cave now to keep all the consoles if you want. I'm trying. And I'm trying to make this man cave, but it's hard to get that space going.
I have no room.
So you're going to do what you can do.
Sydney real estate, folks. Sydney real estate. Exactly,
yeah. Well, look, good move, Xbox. Good luck in getting all the games back. And Sony, maybe it's time to get back on board.
Please.
So, the last one we're going to cover, which will probably take about 10 seconds to cover, Nintendo's E3 events.
And that's it. It's been a pleasure.
Well, Nintendo didn't really have anything to show off tech-wise that I noticed. Was there something that I'm missing there?
Well, I think they've been using
some more amiibos.
Haven't they been?
Kind of said something, but they didn't show anything of the new.
Do you want to tell them what they said?
The new console, is it called the NX and something?
I can't remember.
Oh, it's
NX,
something like that.
NX something.
There's it's a 2-letter word, and they kind of just mentioned it.
Ox.
I think it starts with N. It starts with N.
O-X.
No.
Knee.
No. That's about it. They didn't show anything
it's called the
about it.
nah.
That was about it.
Ironically, it's just called the Wii. It's called back to the Wii again.
So you got a new console? Nah. Alright. Wow, can you show us? Nah.
What I want to mention is Star Fox Zero on the gamepad. I mean, I love Star Fox on N64. I play that game all the time. And
Super Nintendo.
Yeah. And then you're like, no,
Yeah.
with the Star Fox is going down. But then it's just like, how is it going to feel like? I mean, for nostalgia's sake, is it going to be completely different? Kind of controlling.
They're pretty good at recapturing nostalgia at Nintendo. They do a good job of that. The problem with Nintendo is that they don't actually have any original ideas until it comes with technology. But when it comes to their games.
It's more of a party, happy kind of console.
Well, I think they try to. Their angle is get more people involved.
I love Nintendo because of Zelda and everything, and so I was kind of disappointed, but I was all props to them because they took out Zelda, Legend of Zelda from E3.
No, but props to them if they take out Mario from E3. Then I'll give them. Okay. I will do a standing ovation if you do not do Mario.
Some people do like that Super Mario Tools game,
I know, but you know
I don't.
Why can't they make Nintendo-like games without using the exact same characters cross-platform? You know what I mean? You just know every console is going to be another Zelda game. There's going to be another variations of Mario. Even when they run out of Mario games, they start just using the Mario friend characters like Toadstool and Bowser and Paper Mario and and you know, and then Yoshi's Woolly World.
Yoshi's Woolly World. There's a lot.
They can't escape from that. I mean, I know they sell. I mean, that's the thing. They sell. But like, if they really want to go the next level, just make more Nintendo-like games using the creative people that you use to make Mario games. But just make them brand new IPs, and I'm sure you'll have a much wider library after doing so.
And make it backwards compatible. Yeah, you'll be happy.
It is backwards compatible.
Well, there you go. See, no one talks about that.
Okay,
You
the
can play the
library
Wii
on
games.
the Wii is actually really good because you can download all the old games on all the older consoles and you actually play them on the gamepad as well. So they've got good on that.
There you go.
We better wrap this up, guys. I thought this would be a really short one. It's actually gone for quite a great conversation. Who do you think was the winner of the E3 this year, out of those three?
I'm gonna have, like, you know what? Oh, Sony still has my love.
Okay.
Sony's got my love.
Stokesy?
I was going to go with the PC people because I don't think they're not getting much love at all. Yeah, they brought out a new floppy disk drive that I think's amazing. And all these little network adapter things, like it's amazing.
You realise this episode comes out before.
Oh, that's a little teaser. That's what's called a teaser in the business.
Teaser.
You'll have to watch the next 2 episodes to figure out what that one is.
Find out what
Keep
this
that little
means.
chest button in your hip pocket.
Either that or
I'm gonna go
future.
with Migsy.
We'll know that you're a real fan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Network thingy. PlayStation, I think, won the day just because of the killer games that they've got lined up. Look, I think Xbox had a good crack at it, and look, it was a pretty close run, I thought, but I just think PlayStation's just got a sexier lineup.
Final Fantasy 7. I almost dropped my book.
I mean, how do you beat that? And the preview to it looked amazing. So,
Dude, Last Guardian.
Cloud with that mega sword. It looked anyway.
I'm gonna against these two. I'm gonna go with Xbox as the winner for this one. I think that's I've gone PlayStation the last few years because they literally done a much better job. But this year I think Xbox did the right thing. I love the backwards compatibility. I think the HoloLens looks better than the Project.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. The HoloLens looks better.
I think they've got a lot of. If you exclude Halo, which I hate. Yeah, they've got a lot of good IPs coming out.
Okay. I like it. But you know what, Xbox, if you're watching right now, E3 Xbox has made me love you. I want one. Yeah,
you've won a few hearts.
You've won my heart as well.
Yeah, cool. All right, we better sign out. But thank you for joining us yet again. We've got part 2 coming up very soon. I'm going to get that edited for you as soon as possible. It's going to be even better than this one. Hopefully much shorter, unless of course you really enjoyed sticking with this video for as long as we have. Migsy has got a Twitch channel. She's wonderful at twitching. Whatever you want to take that for being. And you can find out all about it on her Twitch channel, which is
twitch.tv/Miggiato, Miggiato.
It's her favourite thing to say at the end of every episode. Alright guys, thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Yeah.